Good morning. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to SKTV. Welcome to SKTV Live. Welcome to today's edition. As you can see, the continuation of the conversation from yesterday. Welcome to the show. Let's have you please help us share the show, please, and please share the show if you can. That would be great. Would appreciate that. Um, Good to be back. Today is Sunday, the 2nd of April, 2023. Um, Palm Sunday for us who are Christians. Happy Palm Sunday to you. Um, and we wish you well here at SKTV. Welcome to the show. Welcome to today's conversation, to this edition. We have a lot of things to talk about. We should be joined here momentarily by our fellow panelist or panel, however you want to term it as. Very interesting things happening. So we have to have the discussion. But let's share the show while we are here. As you are joining us, let us know where you're joining us from. Please let us know where you are joining us from or where you are following us from, please. Let us know, please. We have a lot of things to talk about. Please share the show. Don't be selfish. Don't be mean. Be nice. We want to use this time also to say congratulations to Rodney C.A. Like we told you, we have the book. We have an electronic copy and a hard copy. We have the book this coming weekend. Hopefully, we will be talking about it. We have the book. As you can see, very interesting book. Very thick, but it's doable. We got a lighter here where we've highlighted some critical major issues. Last night with the signing of, or the official launching or the signing of this book, however you want to term it, as of Rodney C.A. from Front Page Africa, we say congratulations to him. This book has a lot of information. It provides a lot of clarity and context. I would encourage you to get yourself a copy or ask someone to get you a copy if possible. But we do have the book. We've read it. We're reading it again just for the pleasure of it, just for the understanding the context and understanding some things. And we'll throw a hint today on the book, just so you know, as a teaser. We will also have the opportunity, hopefully this weekend, we'll have Rodney C. here as our guest so that we can talk exclusively about the book. We'll be talking about the book exclusively. Today we'll throw a hint on some parts of the book or one or two parts of the book. Very interesting thing. You don't want to miss it. Let's share the show, guys. Let's invite someone. We intend to have a thought-provoking, stimulating, encouraging, educational, and informative conversation today. Let's share the show, please. Invite someone as you're coming. Let us know where you're watching us from. Tag your friends on, your family member, the people that you don't like, the people that like you, the people that don't like you as well. Tag them on. Let's have this conversation. It's been really good. It's been really good, really fascinating, very encouraging uh, times, but it's been good. It's been good. Life has been good. Life has been, I would say, fair to some extent, not necessarily fully 100%, but we are grateful. We're grateful to God for life. We're grateful to have health. It's one of the most important things that we can ever ask for. So let's share the show, guys. Please help us to share the show. Please. Uh, yes, you're watching us from North Dakota. Okay, that's good. We'll recognize you guys here in a minute here. But let's share the show, guys. We're expecting to be joined here by the crew from Liberia. A lot of things happening here in our politics. It's not easy. Let me put it that way. It's not easy. Yesterday, we saw footage from the EFFL event where we'll talk about that in other news. Mr. Alexander B. Cummings, we did see him shake hands with Benina Ure. of the UP ever since the altered documentation case or situation. So yes, there's been a lot of things happening. Let's share the show. Uh, you know, we not share of information yet. We can tell you what's going on. Today, you never know what will happen. I know Sekou can't wait to join us very soon. Like I said, a lot of things happening. Share the show, guys. Let's get to this conversation. It's imperative that we talk about some of these things. It's imperative. Somebody making me laugh. Somebody send me a post. The title that they put as that it scared me. I beg you, don't get me situation again. Hiya. If you keep sending me Facebook messages, I will bring you other news. Or you know, I said I will bring you other news. Or keep playing. You know what's up. I'm gonna drop you other news again. I think you know. But anyways, let's share the show, guys. Please, let's share the show. We intend again thought-provoking, very stimulating conversations here that we look forward to having as always. Let's share the show. We're just in a moment. Bring you other news here, tell you what's going on around the globe, what's happening from a global geographic standpoint of view. Hey, there are a lot of things that's happening, though. A lot of good things happening. Yesterday, I started a conversation that, you know, El Fadiga came in and helped out Warren. Some of you have reached out in my inbox that you are interested in the conversation. We didn't get a chance to finish the conversation. We will try our best to get onto that conversation, to pick up from where we stopped yesterday. It's not a guarantee because we have a lot to talk about. In as much as it's not guaranteed, we still have a lot to talk about and a lot to cover, but we'll have the time to talk about it, whether it's here or whether it's, on Tuesday. I should be on the show with the Ascendi. It's not 100% confirmed yet. Still looking at my schedule here to ensure that I can make it. But if not, we'll continue on this conversation. I know for a fact that we will clear the air out and we'll finish off this conversation. But as you can recall, yesterday we started off with talking about the importance of studying these different behavioral patterns. sorry. Studying these different... I beg you. Studying these different behavioral patterns that you need to pay attention to. And most of the things you see today being exhibited by these political leaders, by political actors, they're not mutually exclusive. These are things that have happened before in their lives. These are things that they've done before. And so when brought to power or given power, they will do similar thing, but they will just exacerbate the situation. In other words, it will get worse. It wouldn't get any better. They wouldn't change because that's who they've been. And for some of you who have been following, it's interesting also to see that these people have maintained a certain character or certain groups of people around them that helped them in the past, quote unquote, do the dirty work or suck up to them. They're not looking for innovative new people to bring on board to help change the country. Rather, they're recycle mood. They hate challenges. They hate innovation. They hate people who knows what to do. They hate people who will question them. And so all these things are red flags. All of them, they're red flags. And so we will point something out to you that will be very interesting from the book. Like I said, get your copy of this book on Amazon. It's not expensive. The book caught my attention. I read it. Going back over it again. We'll talk to you about some of the claims that have been made by the Liberian people to substantiate, support President George. We are quote unquote spend his money on the Liberian people or the Liberian national team. We'll clarify some of those things to you today. These are all parts of the lies, the deceptions, and the conspiracies that brought forth President George. We are told the presidency today. And we're seeing the same path being laid out for Vice President Joseph Human Boyka. When we say, they say we hate the people. But my people, let we tussle and we tussle, we have a problem. And our goal is to talk about some of these things, leave it with you. If you still choose to want to do what you want to do, bon voyage. But we'll be on record that we've said these things to you, we've informed you. But that being said, let's get really quick to sharing the show here. I can see some of you have started sharing the show. Some of you are stubbornly not sharing the show. You've deliberately refused not to share the show. I don't know. I don't know what we can do to help some of you. This is the only way we can get the show moving, to get other people involved and to pass the message on. Your friends are not necessarily my friends. People in your contacts, I don't know. You might know them better than I do. So we are please kindly asking you to please help us share the show so that we can have a conversation here today, my people. My people begging your help to share the show. Let me talk in the library. You please share the show here. I beg you, stop making me laugh. Stop making me laugh, I beg you. Please, I beg you. After the show, you can play all your fun. You can do everything. But wait, what's going on? Anyway, let's share the show, please. Let's share the show. Sekou will be joining us really quick before we get to other news here. I'm hoping, trying to make contact with the guys in Liberia. Hopefully, we can have them on here. But Sekou will be joining us very soon. I can see signals from him that he's getting ready. But today is April 2nd, 2022. Like I've always said, there will never be another April 2nd, 2023. I mean, not 2022. There will never be after today. Today's Palm Sunday for us, the Christians. We want to say strange, but happy Palm Sunday. Because that's what I've been seeing on Facebook. And other people have also written me in my inbox to say happy Palm Sunday, send me text messages. Happy Palm Sunday. It sounds strange, but it's becoming the norm to say happy Palm Sunday. When I was growing up, I really didn't hear happy Palm Sunday though. But hey, the word is changing, things are evolving, and maybe this is part of the evolution that we are going to have to go with going forward. But let's share the show either ways. Let's share the show. Like I said, Sekou will be joining us today at some point. We might have Lofa, El Fadiga, just chip in here and there, one or two questions to answer, and then we'll let him go as well. But most importantly, we want to reference the Liberian people as the most important people on earth. And we want to reference the Liberian women as the most beautiful women on earth. Those of you watching us and listening to us from far, whether you're on YouTube, SKTV Live, SKTV itself, thank you so much for following us. Thanks to our supporters. Those of you who support us financially, you support us morally, you are here 24/7 sharing the show. We say thank you. We can't appreciate. I don't know. You're doing a phenomenal job helping us share the message, helping us share the truth, and helping SKTV grow on a daily basis. We say thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Even in our disagreements from a political standpoint or from political lenses, you still are consistent and you come here, you listen to us. Sometimes we get you pissed off. You go home, you come back. That's it. Definitely. Let's keep up with the work. But let's recognize you really quick, one or two of you, before we get to the musical break to share the show, and we'll be ready to go on into the conversation. But let's recognize one or two of you really quick because it's good. Unless you write, we wouldn't know that you are here. Bruno Broswell, happy Palm Sunday to you. Thank you so much for following us. I'm not sure where you're following from, Bruno, but let us know, please. Fred, Bristol, PA. Fred, happy Sunday. Happy Palm Sunday to you. And thank you so much for following us. Bristol, PA. I know Bristol, PA very well. I used to get on the train from Trenton, New Jersey to go through Bristol. And when we get into Bristol, I always remember the announcer would say, Bristol, Bristol, Bristol. So people would get down there and so forth. But good having you on. Evelyn Hill, Dallas, Texas. Thank you for following us. Claudia, MD Major, thanks for following us from North Dakota. Rebecca Gisu, thank you for following us. You say you're watching us from where? Miata Dakina, thank you so much for following us always. And James C. Blythe Jr., following from Hartford, Connecticut. Thank you for following us as always. Merla Moore, thank you for following us. Happy Palm Sunday to you as well. Joseph Conto, my man Joseph Conto, what's going on? Yesterday, I won't see you on the show. What's going on? Welcome and thank you for following us always. Elton Teddy Kanga, thank you for following us. He's following for Kiri, for Clay Street. My man, what's going on? How Clay Street? I know Sunday like that now, people not going on the street empty. Everybody not kind of channel. Everybody that Jesus son today can't do any bad thing. But in the afternoon, by the whole club then will be tired. Everybody go to the club in the afternoon, rendezvous. Let's move on. Smith Daway, thank you for following us. As always, where you found us from Smith Daway. Sanoya Queen, thank you for following us. Again, thank you so much for the book. Thank you for the gesture. Appreciate it. Orita Zena, thank you for following us. Anita Kui Kane, thank you for following us. Please let us know where you're watching us from. We're not sending IRS to your home for taxes. Tell where you follow us from, beg you. We're not that. Please. Elizabeth Victoria Dempster, thank you for following us. Harris Tucker, thank you for following us. Ruth Salif, thank you for following SKTV. Yes, Ruth, they will understand later, but sometimes it might be late. Harris Tucker says he's from Michigan, Detroit. Thank you so much. Alicia Donzo. Yes, you're watching us from New York City. My man, Big Apple, what's happening? What's up in the Big Apple today? Has the condition as you guys are getting ready to receive criminal defendant President Donald Trump, former President Donald Trump of the United States. President Donald Trump, criminal defendant, will be in the Big Apple on Tuesday. Smith Daway again. Alex Don, what's up, bro? What's up, my man? Thank you for following us. Moses P. Amara from the UAE. Thank you for following us. Angie Backley Young, thank you for following us. Umetra Kranga, thank you for following us. Gwen, thank you for following us from Detroit. Margaret Kuhn, thank you for following us. Yeah, Margaret, you say what's up with what? With the haircut? Well, I don't wear no cap today. I trying to raise money to cut her hair. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Yeah, definitely something will be done about the hair. Yeah, the hair looking too nappy. I know. Melvin the Shield from Belgium, Europe. Okay, Bruno's watching us from Cedar Rapids, Iowa. Cedar Rapids, Iowa. Is that where Virgin Oil always calls from? Something like that. Going back. Welcome. Thank you for following Northern Italy. Okay, that's good. Yata Burnett from Florida, USA. Okay, which part of Florida? You in Miami? You in Trump area? Just kidding. Criminal defendant Trump, you in your area? Solomon Abak Kali. Thank you for following us from Buchanan, Grand Bassa County. Okay, my man, what's going on in Bezon? Okay, Smith Daway from Durham, North Carolina. Io White is following from Golden State, California. Okay. Golden State Warrior fan or what? Let's move on. Delaware. Okay. Agnes is from Delaware. Nicholas Gray, Atlanta in the house. Atlanta, Georgia. Peter Gawa watching us from River G County. Okay, River G. That's good. Hassan Benedict watching us from Galloway, New Jersey. Okay, wonderful. Big Just Going. Watching us from Canal, Winchester, Ohio. Okay. Abraham Sinayoko watching us from San Antonio, Texas. Okay. Jackson is watching us from Pawtucket, Rhode Island. All right. Pawtucket, Rhode Island is where they have, I think they launched The Family Guy with Peter Griffin. Oh, Mr. Kane, where you following her from too? Where you on the story? Welcome to the show. Where you following from?
I'm following you guys from Liberia.
You're muted.
You're muted. I'm not muted anymore.
You're on mute.
No, I'm not.
We can hear you.
But you can hear me. People can hear me. I'm not muted.
No.
You need to check your stuff, man. Other people can hear me.
I don't know if the other people can hear you. My people can respond if I can hear Sekou because.
Can you guys hear me? Please say yes or no because Steve is not hearing me because I'm not muted anymore.
My people, please respond. Sekou.
They can hear me.
We're not hearing you.
I know they can. I
We
know
don't
they
hear
can hear
you.
me.
What is going on?
Yeah, they can hear me.
You can hear
See,
Sekou?
yeah, everybody can hear me. I'm very loud
They
and
say
clear.
loud and clear, but then I don't know, maybe that's me. But let
Yeah,
me log out and come back in.
yeah, you
But
get
I
on.
Sekou just come on the show and you can only hear me, I can hear him. What I was Sekou not trying to hack me.
Ah,
I'll be back, guys.
so Steve, yeah, people say they can hear me very loud and clear. You see, Steve gets some problem with that thing. I don't know whatever he's wearing. But yes, indeed, I want to say good morning, good afternoon, good evening. We are still working with our folks in Liberia to make sure we are on the radio. However, we have some information to share with you today. Again, uh, according to uh, the headlines here, I'm saying the betrayal, the conspiracies, and lies within the Liberian politics. So that is the topic. Yes, indeed. I think I just told Steve that I
I
was,
still can't hear you, Sekou.
but you need to take off your Bluetooth. Everybody can hear me.
No, I don't think it's a Bluetooth or stay. Hold on.
But if you can hear me, how you know that I'm talking about Bluetooth? If you can hear me, how
Okay,
did
I
you
see.
know that I mentioned Bluetooth? Everybody can hear me. So can you hear me now?
Yes.
I think it was your internet.
No, I mistakenly put you on silence or on mute.
From your end. People
Yes,
hear.
from my end, but I didn't realize it, so I just figured it out.
So when you asked me where I'm following from, and I told you I was following from Liberia, I was in the middle of a direct intel. I was getting some information, some deep, serious information from Liberia. That some of which I will not even share on the show right now until we must talk after the show. Well, now we can't cut the show off and go talk and come back. So we have to continue with the show. But things are happening in Liberia in a very, very dramatic form. Yeah. I wanted to come on the show. I received a call that I had to get in, with the sources before even come on the show. But the time constraint, the time is too short to process and talk about it. But we'll talk a little bit about the upcoming meeting. The upcoming meeting that comprised of the United Nations, the ECOWAS, other diplomatic organizations, and other big countries that are due to be in Liberia this Tuesday to sign a document. This is going to be anyway. Have you done your music thing and everything? Because I don't want to start talking anyway.
No, we ain't get to sharing the show yet.
Okay. So I'll wait.
We just decided to welcome you from your bunker, but then you clean and you spoil the show. You put the people now, their hopes are up to here with us or whatever. So, but anyway, guys, Sekou is not going anywhere.
Steve don't need to talk. Yeah, I can't run away with my people. Steve say I'm not talk.
No, Sekou, you're not going. No, you're not going anywhere. Stop it, man. Stop it, man. But anyways,
they don't want to hear all the Google thing, the Baba thing that we're hearing from Liberia.
Yeah, the people will hear it, but we got to follow the custom, the norms on the show.
Okay.
But anyways, just a quick confession. Some of us will not fasting, but we can break fast. Yeah. So every afternoon or every evening, whether I'm at work or wherever it is, for Sekou to break the fast, let me say today that pound Sunday, so we appreciate that confession. Let me just confess. Sekou got to wait for me or call me for us to for. I said, but wait now, what kind of trouble is this? So my people are there. We can fast. Me, I'm fasting, but me and Sekou can break the fast every afternoon since they started. Just so you all know.
So every evening.
Every evening, I mean, I've just seen me like that. I'm waiting for the evening to go breakfast. Even though, even though I not eat the money, I ate the money. Some kind of thing.
And you gotta tell people what you eat.
Some kind of thing they can make. It's not morning calamar. It's different from morning calamar, but some kind of thing they can make. I got to know in Aricos when I went by Liberia, I met it there. But most predominantly in Aricos and Guinea, they can make it. They make the rice a certain way. You know, you add mayonnaise to it. Oh, it's juicy. But that's the truth I'm talking about. Why so like me? I ain't lying, Benny. I won't confess to you. I palms on it today, so maybe God will forgive me because I'm breaking fire every night. I can break fire every evening. I'm breaking fire. So I go to Segu full of one big plate with that thing. So every morning I make sure I taste on there. I call it, I put my mayonnaise on it, and nag it, we move. But yeah, I say that like that. I feel nagging so. I wouldn't. But anyways, guys, to be honest, that's true. That is just the truth of the matter. You know, we play our checker, break it fast. You know, and we move. We talk politics. We talk other things. That's true, though. That's really true. No joking. Even though we're laughing, but that's true. I'm there every afternoon. And the different food I can eat that too myself, I can be confused. I said, well, wait a minute. So if I have my own ways, I would just ask for it. Yeah, we're just standing to the end of the year, at least then we'll go.
You cannot pass this. What were you saying?
But anyways, thank you guys. Let's get to the quick musical break here. Just really quick for maybe 1 or 2 minutes so that we can share the show. Once we get back, we're getting straight into the conversation. Please invite your friends. Let's share the show, guys. Seems like people are not sharing the show, but let's share the show. Thank you so much. Thank you. Let's share the show. Let's invite other people really quick. We will be right back. Just in a jiffy. Just 1 or 2 minutes to share the show.
You don't even know my story. You don't even know your story. Oh yeah, you know. On the day, I be a local. So moral. You post a new car on Facebook. But that's so la la. You working better. Bluffing and acting jealous, say you photo. My advice for you in my way, I got to confess. Confession. You gotta confess. You must stop the impression. Enjoyment. God your blessing. Enjoyment, no more stressing. Enjoyment, God your blessing. Enjoyment, no more stressing.
It's never be another man trash, just another man treasure. Another man fool was another man poison. Got your good, according to your measurement. Got your good, according to your measurement. The player ain't garish, and they play you booty. Just because of impression. Impression, fake impression. Impression, yeah. You don't even know my story. Or you want to share my glory, oh yeah. Everywhere you my way, oh way, oh Zangale. Everywhere oh you my way, oh Zangale. Even touch you my way, oh way, oh.
Enjoyment, God your blessing. Enjoyment, no more stressing.
Oh, I'm a dance again behind closed door. Well, Mr. Cannon, let's get started with the conversation here today. You did inform us that ECOWAS, UN, however you want to term them, would be in Liberia on Tuesday. If all factor stay constant. What do you make of that? Any more information you would like to give us to provide us about this meeting and so forth?
First of all, I want to welcome everybody again. The intel that we talk about, we might not share it right now. because we have to. Normally when we get information like that, especially critical information, we always like to talk about it behind the scene, analyze it, and decide which one to talk about, which not to talk about at a certain time. So while you were on the show and I was getting some information, we were kind of like, we're not talking about a lot of things. However, the meeting that we just mentioned is going to be about signing of document that will involve the United Nations. Steve, if you can check your WhatsApp, I'll send you some information.
Mhm.
Okay. So on that document, this is like the order of the event. This is how the whole process is going to go. It's like the agenda of the meeting. It goes as follows: 10:30 a.m. arrival of civil society, interreligious organizations. 11, there'll be like a welcoming, one from one to another, one to another. Then at 11 o'clock, 11 a.m. will be arrival of political parties. So that means political parties that are recognized in Liberia to form part of this signing ceremony. The purpose of this is that they want both the government and opposition to commit to free, fair, and transparent election in front of the United Nations people, in front of ECOWAS people. They will all be there to sign it. So that the fear many Liberians have right now can go away. So that people can understand and trust the process again, that the election can be free and fair and transparent. So that's why they are making sure that everybody that matter, not only will be there, but they will sign it, including President George Weah. So the event, like, as I was talking about, 11:30 will be arrival of diplomatic corps and head of international organizations. At 11:45, arrival of visiting UN delegation led by Mistress Giovanni Beha, Deputy Special Representative of the Secretary General and acting head of the UN Office for West African Affairs, for West Africa and the Sahel. And then at 11:55, arrival of visiting ECOWAS delegation, led by Dr. Umar Aliu Toure, President of ECOWAS Commission. Now, that's small boy and come here, Steve. So when you're signing, you got to make sure you follow it. Before they hold you responsible for anything, they want to make sure. Hold on. I got something important called Steve. Let me just answer the call.
Well, while we're waiting Sekou to come back, like I said earlier, I wanted to briefly bring you up to speed with the Rodney Sears book. I want to talk to you about something that so many lies that were claimed by President George Weah and his supporters and people who support him. Just to clear the air on this one, and when Sekou come back, Sekou will resume hopefully where he stopped, and we'll continue the conversation here. There is a segment in the book, starts from page 72, and the title you'll see on top of it seems like you can term it as chapter 8, but it talks about meltdown, page 72. Fast forward under that topic, meltdown, it gives us an insight about what happened in the African Cup of Nations in South Africa, 1996. You would recall that some Liberians who support the president have lied that President George Weah, in fact, supported the Lone Star up to the point wherein the Lone Star, the Diadora deal that was signed, President George Weah supported the Lone Star, and President George Weah did this and he did that. But let's give you what the book says about that really quick. Let me read it verbatim to you. Let me read it to you. What happened? We're on page 81. Listen to this. On page 81. The second paragraph. Let me start from the second paragraph. In Monrovia, Eddie Dunn, Willard Russell, and Janitor met with Franciscini, and an agreement was reached. The FA agreed that a national team would wear Diadora, with 10% going to Franciscini, but there was a catch. George Weah had to be consulted before the deal was finalized. When the LFA, which is the Liberian Football Association, you listen to it all. When the LFA and Diadora contacted George, he told them he would offer more than 250,000. Now, I'll give you hints to trigger you so that you can go get a book or you can buy the book. But listen to this one. George Weah told him that he could make a deal with Diadora that would give them more than 250,000 that Diadora was offering the LFA and the national team. Let's move far forward. They took the issue to Janitor, and his response was, the more, the merrier. So Janitor agreed. Days later, Janitor says he waited for the deal George was going to sign. At the time, George had a personal boot deal with Diadora. Listen, George had a personal boot deal with Diadora. So I was confident he would have gotten more. George never came back to us or the team until we got to South Africa. And they were introducing our game kits, only for me to see that we were wearing Diadora. So in Monrovia, the Liberian Football Association out to Diadora. They came to a conclusion that they would go with Diadora. Seko, I think you should pick up from where you stopped.
No, it's okay. It's okay. I can listen for a bit.
So the goal was the national team. They agreed that Diadora agreed that they will give them 250,000 US, and they will supply the national team in the game in South Africa, the African Cup of Nations, South Africa, 1996. You all pay attention because this is important. George Weah had a deal with Diadora. Most of you are aware of it. George Weah didn't. George Weah told them, said, no, I can get a better deal, more than 250,000. So they waited, but right, the deal should have been signed, and the team would take the stuff to South Africa. However, the deal, like Jonathan said, he didn't hear anything about the deal until they got to South Africa. When they got to South Africa, since they didn't hear anything about it, the brother would have seen the Diadora deal. Listen to what Jonathan said. Jonathan was in a state of bewilderment. So my question is, where is the deal that was supposed to be more than 250,000? I confronted Russell. I said, George told me he could give me more deal. That's why we did not take the deal I brought to the table. To have this jersey here, it means we should have gotten more. Where is the contract? To date, listen, And we're looking for the memorandum of understanding there. We're looking for the development contract there for the 15 billion. We see a year. Till date, I have not seen that contract. To date, that contract does not exist. No Lone Star player got $100 US. So my people, long story short, Joe Weah went behind the national team and made the deal with Diadora, took the money, took the jersey, never brought a contract to the team for transparency and accountability. Up until today, nothing. The owners saw the jersey, the money that Diadora offered, which are $250,000 that the teams will benefit from, along with the jersey and booster and everything, nothing. But Joe Weah went behind them and signed a deal with Diadora on his behalf, which he benefited. But it's interesting also because right after that, something interesting happened that you can see in Joe Weah behavior. When you go up to page 83, so 82, I mean, after everything, when the game started, when the tournament started, Joe Weah got vexed. Joe Weah started having attitude with Jonathan and other people who were confronting him. Listen to what Jonathan said. For Jonathan, his effort was to help the national team become an offense. That was my crime. Josh did not see that as a compliment, as complimentary. He saw that as a competition, that I was trying to measure arms. So Josh held that against me quietly. He's one of those who, listen, he's one of the people or person who, when you carry news to him, he does not evaluate. He does not seek clarity. He assumes it is true. Basically, Joe Weah took gossip, hold it against Jonathan, and it became a problem while they were there. Joe Weah went against Jonathan while they were there. But here's another interesting thing. Somebody resurfaces from 1996. And last night, I quizzed Sekou on something in our private conversation. I asked him if he knew this person and how long. Josh Weah, your current minister of sports, D. Zilga Wilson. I don't want to give the book. I will leave it at that till Rodney come. But this is very interesting because it is showing how Joe Weah leads. The people that he brought around him now in the government, it shows some of his deeper connection to them. Whether they are qualified or not, it shows some of the deeper connection he has with them and the relationships he has with them. So he prioritized that over the country, knowing that they will be able to do a daily work. Because imagine, Joe Weah asked D. Zilga Wilson, according to the book, to go and write FIFA for a certain amount of money. Guess what? D. Zilga Wilson went and wrote FIFA, and they got the money. Oh, my people, we are in trouble. We are in trouble. Missing Gold Junior say, I was there in South Africa. Missing Gold Junior, you're there in South Africa. That's good. So, listen. Again, somebody might say maybe you're promoting Rodney's CA book or whatever it is. Very interesting things in here about this man. Very, very interesting. These yoga Wilson that you see around today as minister, they've not been around, they've been around for a minute. And they've been around as Josh Weah stooges that he can pull to do things. When you confront Josh Weah, when you hold him accountable, he gets problem with you. He has an issue with that. He doesn't like for you to hold him accountable. He doesn't like for you to confront him with the facts. It becomes a problem. And overall, President Joe Weah led gossip business. Just so you all know. Joe Weah can take gossip. You can get a book from Amazon. Joe Weah can take gossip. When they bring gossip to him about somebody, he does not evaluate it. He does not put any judgment on it. He will take that gossip and run with it, and it becomes a problem. Listen, we are in some serious mess with this recycled thing. We are in some serious mess. But that a little here and there I want to give you about a book. I know some people want me to read. I know some people want me to read the entire book now. I say, well, why you can't just read the whole thing? You can't just read the whole thing. Let me read this part to you real quick. In Weah's defense, listen, in Weah's defense, we're on page 83. In Weah's defense, Zioga Wilson, who was a member of the national team, Zioga Wilson was goalkeeper on the national team. From what I'm told, substitute goalkeeper, second goalkeeper, whatever it is, but he was goalkeeper. Zioga Wilson would later write in front page Africa newspaper, an op-ed, how much of an asset Weah was to the national team. In fact, Wilson credits Weah with securing the Diodora contract. According to Wilson, the contract with Diodora would have ended in 1996, but a sports apparel giant expressed their desire to renew his contract. Wilson wrote, Weah would renew the contract on one condition, that Diodora signed a sponsorship contract with the national team to supply jerseys and sporting equipment for the 1996 African Cup of Nations, in addition to a cash contribution. And it did not matter if that would have reduced the cost of the renewal with Diodora. So as you can see the pattern, once you can pass around, suck up, praise, sing, laugh for the president, make excuses for the president, you're in good books. You're in good books. Once you question him and you hold him accountable, you get problem. You'll get problem. But Sekou, I'll leave it there. That the part of the book I choose to maybe give up today as a teaser. And hopefully Rodney can be here, so that so that we can talk more about the book, because it's very interesting. So yeah, Mr. Kane, it's up to you. Again, in our private conversation yesterday, you did.
Yeah, for some reason I was having some little. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
All right. Yeah, for some reason I'm having some trouble. Internet. I don't know what it was. I tried to restart. Hopefully, I don't know, man. I don't know. I want to maybe if you people can hear me clearly and if the video is not bad, then we can continue. So so I was talking about the event. I was telling you, like what I wanted to do first to talk about how the agenda of the meeting of the event, how it's all going to play out, and then we'll talk about the details in it. So, like I was saying, we were at the area about 11 o'clock, 11:55. Arrival of visiting ECOWAS delegation led by Dr. Umar Ali Touré, president of the ECOWAS Commission. At 12:30, arrival of Her Excellency, Madam Joy Howard-Taylor, Vice President of the Republic of Liberia. At 12:45, arrival of His Excellency, George Manneh Weah, President of the Republic of Liberia. And at 1 p.m., a welcome remark by Honorable David Atta Lassana Brown, Chair, National Elections Commission. At 1:10, remarks by Mistress Apia Faith Kemokai, Project Coordinator, and Project Coordinator Notemate Partner for Democratic Development. At 1:20 p.m., special statement by Giovanni Beha, Deputy Special Representative for the Secretary General and Acting Head of United Nations Office, West Africa. At 1:30, special statement by Dr. Umar Ali Touré, President of the Economic Community of West African States Commission. And then at 1:45, keynote address by His Excellency George Manneh Weah, President of the Republic of Liberia. At 2 p.m. will be the signing of the document. At 3 o'clock, they will close and then take group pictures, and also they go and eat. So that is the calendar of the event. How is the whole thing going to play out in a logical order, wherein people will arrive at different time, and the purpose of the meeting is going to be to ensure that the election is free, fair, and transparent, that everybody should commit to it, including the government of Liberia. So, the United Nations representative and other diplomats that are going to be there, they are just going to be there to witness. So that tomorrow, as a matter of fact, they will all have representatives talking about envoys that will come to monitor the election process, making sure that the election is free, fair, and transparent. That is just something I wanted to share with you. And the reason why this is important is that the election process has been reported. People believe that the government is trying to rig the process. So United Nations person and ECOWAS person in Liberia at this point to make this official is to prevent the rigging of the election, making sure that the process is decided by the Liberian people. That is important. So when it comes to the other intelligent information, we will process them and we'll talk about it at the right time. Part of other information that we also hear today, Chieftain, you talk about the betrayal, the conspiracy, and lie within the Liberian politics. It is now well within the Liberty Party, within the Unity Party, with Henry Costa, his followers, his friends, his collaborators, and people that he's working with. You know, if you go on his page, there's something there that I saw that triggered really caught my attention. And I try to make some calls here in the United States and also back in Liberia, as well as in Ghana, just to connect some thought. So when Costa said that to walk away is a good thing, it seems like the marriage between the ALP, Benina Ure, his children, and that of Boakai and the UP is nearing the end. It's nearing the end. And not on a good note, Steve. Not on a good note. And just a part of a little bit of what we heard, not giving you details, there are options that he is trying to exploit right now. He's exploring some options. See if, I'm saying if he can be accepted and welcome. That is the first option into the CPP. I know a lot of people are like, oh, no, we don't want contact, I'm just telling you. He is weighing the options, whether he can just depart from the Unity Party after being betrayed, after being used, after feeling that being betrayed, after feeling that he's been betrayed and been used by the UP people. He's trying to weigh the option to walk to the CPP if he can be accepted. But there is the other bigger part, Steve. And the second option, which is obvious, is to openly go with George Mane Weah. I hope you're listening to me clearly. He is looking at two options. The first one, that decision is not with him. It's with the CPP people if they will accept him. That's one. The option by George Weah, that's been something in the pipeline a long time ago. But the fear there is that whether or not his supporters, especially not the one that we call with the peanut brain people, that the one that I'm not talking about. I'm talking about the real people there, the good, the big ones. Whether they will accept, whether they will follow him to go with George Weah, especially the one from the opposition camp. The one then that will CDC is different. But the key ones that are with opposition and they believe in him, they trust him. If the CPP is not the option and CDC is the option, are those people going to follow him? Is this still going to be relevant with those people? And I'm told that the objective is no longer about him now. It's about how much damage he can inflict on Boakai and his people as a payback. There are more details, Steve, that we will not mention right here today. When we talk after the breakfast, we will talk more. You know, you'll be shocked. You'll be shocked to hear something. But I'm told don't say it today. Don't say it now, please. But we'll say it in the coming days. Come to talk about betrayal and conspiracy. This is way, way beyond imagination. And there are a lot that we don't know that are about to be revealed. Especially when it comes to the conspiracy that destroyed the CDC and the CPP. What happened? What did not happen? And there are some paper trails, Steve. There are some paper trail. You know, all these people, I can always say this, all these people that you can see, some of the people then they are part of the group thinking. Some of them they have no information. They just love a certain person, they follow them, they like them, and they will insult anybody for them. But they don't really matter. Like they wanted I can come on Facebook here and insult all call us liars. They don't matter. Nobody care about them. Even the people they supporting, they don't care about them. They don't even see them. You understand? But Steve is about to get messy. Why are you laughing?
I'm laughing because I'm glad we're alive to see this kind of time. The things that we said before will be vindicated. That's why I'm laughing. We will know the true people there that won't liberate Liberia or the people there who playing games. We've always said it. Some of you hate our guts because we have been saying the truth. But even with the truth, some of you will stay with me in what you choose to believe. But the truth will always be the truth. So that's why I'm laughing. I'm very excited. They're ready for the other noises.
But let me say this, Steve. When we meeting tonight, because like I told you, I started getting information when you already started the show, and that's why I couldn't come on right away. And there are things that I don't discuss seriously on the phone. So when we meet tonight, we'll talk about them. Maybe we'll talk about it Monday or Thursday, or maybe next week Saturday.
You know what they can start doing now? They can start being in bags now. Yeah, gentlemen, you're just leader. Nope. It's not gonna happen. We're not a group of people. Me and Sekou. We're not in our we friend. You just forget it. Nobody can say no. It's not gonna happen. No. You go in your friendship thing. Or somebody can attack somebody, and then you go call your clique there. They say, oh, yeah, just forget it for the sake of the country. No, if you want it for it to be for the sake of the country, then let the people be aware of that when they're in the games that they're playing. So just you forget about all the impacts thing there, you'll leave it alone. You'll leave it alone because it's not gonna work. Yep. Just so you know, it's not gonna work, and we know what to do.
So when I say that it's going to be messy, it's going to be noisy, it's one thing to say this person lying on me. But once you have paper trail, we have document or text messages or email exchange on real issues, on conspiracy, from the theory to the practicalization of those conspiracy. Trust me. Steve, what's going to happen is that some of these people who are blind loyalists, who are group thinkers, some of them will not come out to admit or to apologize for their behavior. But some of them, out of shame, they will remain mute. Trust me, they will not say a lot moving forward. At least the one that got shame. But the ones with no conscience, they will not care. They will not care. But all in all, the politics is, what is that? The politics is getting very, 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 let me see this. Okay. Yeah, I just saw a message coming. I didn't know who was telling. Yeah, so the politics is getting very serious. And also, there are some interesting things going on in Nimba politically. Yeah, some interesting things are happening in Nimba County. And at the end of the day, it's also good because everything that are about to unfold in Liberia when it comes to Liberian politics is just crazy. Some are unimaginable. But let me say this. Let me say this. It looks like this election. Let me repeat. This election, it looks like it will not go for second round. Based on what we know. It may not go for second round. It may just be one round election. I don't know who's going to win it, but it looks like going to be one round. Yeah. Based on my information today.
Showing.
It looks like going to be one round election. And it involves a lot of things and a lot of big people. So far, we stop there until we meet and talk more. Yeah.
And the funny part about it is it will be a shocker. The one round.
It looks like, I'm not 100% sure about it, but yes, it looks like it's going to be just one round election. We're talking, but not today. We have to meet first. We got to discuss and decide which part we can talk about in public. Everything we have said on this platform has come to pass. Almost everything. It's not because we are the smartest people. It's not because we know it all. But it's because we don't just give information. When we are giving information, we research, we authenticate before we bring it to the public. But what I can tell you for sure, it seems the election is going to be one round. I'm just, I don't know kind of word I'm going to use. Flabbergasted, shock. I can't process anything right now, but it's good for Liberia. So politics is dirty, man. Politics is not good. You gotta be careful, man. Yeah, people gotta be careful what you say and what you do, and what you say to who politically. Yeah, it's crazy. No, I'm not sad. No, I'm very excited. But just like maybe my feet looking start to become fasting because don't keep shining like that. I'm not fasting. The way the men feel just shining and funny. I'm not fasting. But yes, it's good for our party. That's what I can tell you, Steve. I would have one question for you. That has to do with Buakai and Costa. Do you think Costa will really? Because remember when he said, "You play with me when you were telling you want me to the party, I will destroy you." Remember that on his video where he said, "Megan to all."
Yes.
You play with me, I will destroy you. You think Costa can really do that?
Yes.
Because the other
Yes.
the other intel we table that for now. Let's go to the UP and Costa first, because I don't want to.
Yes. And let me say why. Yes. You know, there's a phrase that when we first interacted, you use a phrase one time we're lecturing. I mean, within the first 1 or 2 weeks when I got to know you, we're lecturing one day, and you use a phrase. I still remember that phrase. You said, "There is no formal enemy." And, every time I would push you on that phrase and say, "What do you really mean?" Or "What does that really mean?" And you will provide clarity to me and context on what it really means. And so the reason I said, yes, Costa can inflict some serious pain and damage to the Unity Party and Joseph Boakai by extension is this. My friend Cyrus from Minnesota and a brother who he always says, yes, Costa cannot make anybody to win. But Costa can inflict damage to the point where you will lose. I want to put those two things.
Anybody?
Say it.
You mean anybody?
No, he spoke. He normally speaks in general.
Okay.
Say that's what he can do. So let me go back to something. The phrase "there is no formal enemy." Joseph Boakai and the Unity Party made themselves vulnerable and put themselves at the mercy of Costa. Mind you this. A few weeks ago, Women Pay made a startling revelation. And mind you, don't overlook what Women Pay said. Even if you don't like Women Pay, the former chairman of the Unity Party. Women Pay was chairman when Joseph Yuma Boakai ran 2017. He understands, he knows, and he has the records of the key players and what happened. Remember, Women Pay revealed that the blackmailed Costa, the bullied Costa into supporting Joseph Yuma Boakai 2017 in the second round. They did not give him a cent. I put the pieces together, and I think the Unity Party fell into Costa's trap. But first of all, knowing that Costa was one of the people that openly exposed Joseph Yuma Boakai, that he's troublist, he's not qualified for the job to be a president, and he said a lot of damaging things about Joseph Yuma Boakai. And what he said was not political. He meant what he said. And some of those things, there are facts in them from Joseph Yuma Boakai's behavior. Even if you wanted Costa to support Joseph Yuma Boakai, there are lines you draw. There are demarcations. There are things you don't expose to him. He's not a member of the Unity Party. He's coming in to support. Why made Joseph Yuma Boakai vulnerable and expose Joseph Yuma Boakai to him? Why did Joseph Yuma Boakai even expose himself to Costa to this extent, where he's at the mercy of Costa? To the extent where when we came on a show and said it doesn't make any sense for the Unity Party to have a branch in America. And when Joseph Boakai came to America, the details, the running, the affairs of Joseph Yuma Boakai is solely conducted by Costa, who said it was problematic. It was never strategic. They cost us for that one again. Their own guru were talking. They cost us. So yes, and I will say this to the Liberian people. Joseph Yuma Boakai must be blamed for making himself vulnerable. It's like Cummins coming here. And what you mean? One of the people who have criticized him over and over, who have called him names, automatically says this, and the ANC people decide that they will change Cummins details will come go into the place, and the person that would secure everything and run it. What sense does that make? So the United Party let the guard down. Joseph Boakai made himself vulnerable, and I can say this for a fact. Joseph Boakai is in a serious quagmire as to what to do. Costa will follow him because he can't walk away from Costa. No, he can't just walk away from Costa. The second part of it, Costa knows too much.
Steve, let me say this though. Something is happening. In as much as we say we will not say everything, but there are certain things that we should say. You know, the difference between when you quote this guy Saros that he said that Costa cannot make you win, but you can destroy. Mostly that depends on the proximity to which
yes,
you bring Costa to you.
I agree.
It also depends on how much he knows about you.
True.
He knows pretty much everything. When I say everything, I mean everything about Joseph Boakai.
Yep.
As a matter of fact, he was like a strategist, planner, and executor of Boakai's itineraries. Plan,
Yep.
and coordinate and execute. You saw when Boakai was supposed to be here, they said for a fundraiser. When the deal did not work as planned, Costa single-handedly created a fundraiser. This NSC United Party people will stay here.
Yep.
You took the paper there. It's a Joseph Boakai Foundation. But you know what makes this even more dangerous? Costa knows Boakai. Costa participated in every single aspect of Boakai's life lately beyond politics. You hear me clear? Beyond politics. And this guy can be vindictive to the extent where imagine somebody who can create lies to destroy you. What did he have first in his hand? The reason why he was not successful in destroying Mr. Cummings as a person, but Costa successfully, along with his father, Benny Ayure, successfully destroyed the CPP. That's just a fact. Nobody can deny that. Because they got some stupid people that follow them, they agree with whatever he says. They said, people always say, you should do not underestimate the power of stupid people when they are in number.
Yep.
Do not underestimate the power of stupid and crazy people when they are in number.
Don't.
Costa does not have number to win election. You know, as the saying goes in Liberia, it's always easy to spot things than to fix things.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Especially somebody who infiltrated your life, your political life, your personal life to some extent. But you know, this speaks to something that a lot of people have not been talking, people have not been talking about it. That is the Unity Party of guys, I'm talking about the young guys. Majority of them are a bunch of toothless bulldogs. I'm not saying it. You see them, they appear smart, they appear intelligent, they appear educated, but they cannot bite. They appear that they know it all. But none of them can stand Costa. And where we are right now, there are people that cannot stand against Costa. But at the same time, they support Joseph Boakai. And then now they are caught between the House surface and the rock. And this guy is pushing his way right now. Maybe the thing with the CPP may not work because of the resentment. A lot of people in the CPP and the ANC people, most of them, they don't know politics. The resentment, the hard feeling, the hate is too much. So maybe he may not make his way to the CPP. But he could make his way to the Unity Party, to the CDC. He's been helping, he's been with them. But just like through different people. First, it was through McGill. And McGill said it last time that I'm still a Unity Party member of the Unity Party. He may be taking out of the position, but he's still a member of the Unity Party.
You mean CDC?
CDC, I'm sorry. I meant to say CDC. McGill said he's still a member of the CDC. He may not be in his position, but he's still a member of CDC. And the fight will develop. You'll be shocked against Steve to see some of the people that were openly supporting Joseph Boakai will openly oppose him. They will insult him, they will disrespect him. But should we say Boakai exposed himself to this, Steve?
Yes. Yes. And that's where people don't want to say the truth on. You cannot, Mr. Kane, be working somewhere or be in an environment for 25 years or more and don't have the experience, the gravitas to understand the terrain, to be able to know what not to do or what to do. Look, with Boakai experiences in politics, in the Liberian politics, and people claiming that he is wise, he should never be in this kind of position. Never. It speaks volume of his judgment. Because by this time now, we should be talking about Boakai. I've said this thing over and over. The fact that George Weah can even beat Boakai after Boakai has been in politics for almost 25 years, got all the progressive and all the other people that he couldn't convince them to work with him. It speaks judgment of his strategies. It speaks judgment of who he is as a person, his ability to build relationships. The fact that he and Kumis can even be wrestling in the CPP or wrestling to who, it speaks volume of his leadership ability. Simple. Mr. Kane, you can't be in a terrain. People then who were not in that terrain. Joe, we were never thinking about politics when Boakai was in politics. Never. Neither was Cummings. The fact that he can be rubbing shoulder with these young people, the fact that Costa then can serve as his strategist and his advisors and other people who I don't even want to name and give any kind of credence to here today. Mr. Kane, it speaks volume of who he is. So when people tell me that he is wise, when people tell me that he has the political experience or whatever, it has never been demonstrated. He has not been able to. Mr. Kane, there are people that Boakai should have been working with, that should have been on Boakai's side at this point. He hasn't been able to convince these people to come on his side. To even consider Boakai, Costa as a running mate, they thought alone. It shows volume. It speaks volume of who he is as a leader or his ability to make. I mean, the fact that he's still dragging his feet. He dragged his feet for almost 2 years to even bring Yomli around as vice president. I mean, Ewutaso. He exposed himself. So Bwaka should be blamed for, and this is not mutual exclusive to Bwaka though, because this confusion, this quagmire will plunge the Unity Party and create serious division and kill the Unity Party politically. There could be no more Unity Party after this mess.
But let me ask you, Steve, honestly speaking, after Bwaka took over the Unity Party and he sat there, allowed those boys to humiliate, disrespect, ostracize, expel the former president from the party. You think that was the turning point for the Unity Party? The beginning of the end of the Unity Party as a party?
The beginning of the end of the Unity Party, that all those events you stated exacerbated the situation. The beginning of the end of the Unity Party was Joseph Yuma Boakai not being able to rally Amara Kone. The forces of the Unity Party that kept Ellen at bay and kept her in power, the inability to not be able to bring them on board for the 2017 election, to have that Unity Party going as one, to have that support and that backing behind him. The beginning of the end of the Unity Party was when the Unity Party did not see in the future to calculate and say, let's bring somebody like Amara Kone, let's recruit a younger person.
Gafuan.
Over Gafuan and all the other guys. Listen, Mr. Kane, that was the beginning of the end. The fact that they settled for Joseph Yuma Boakai, it was done by then. It is done. There is no. That's why when I see these young, vibrant people that are supporting Joseph Yuma Boakai and killing the future, nothing pains me more than that. You think Jowia is our problem? No. The United Party self-destruct. And like I said again, Costa is a former enemy. Costa is a former enemy. If they came together, let me say this, Mr. Cannon. Let me just say this to everybody listening, those who will listen. Don't ever join anybody to fight any person or any group. Don't do it. Because the thing that make you to fight that person, when I think is no longer there, you will turn on each other. So that's why I've always said, the United Party joined with Costa to destroy the CPP. The CPP no longer there now. They got to fight against each other now. They got to fight against each other. And that's exactly what happened. And that's exactly what's going to happen. That's exactly how this thing is going to end. We saw the beginning of this thing. We saw the end of this thing. And we told them to not go this route. So, I mean, Mr. Kane, in all honesty, let's be very honest. Joseph Yuma Boakai has never demonstrated leadership in his entire career as a political person or as a leader. He has never demonstrated leadership. If anybody would ask me, Joseph Boakai is incompetent, inept, and Joseph Boakai has lacked management skills. The fact that Joseph Yuma Boakai came on in public after 12 years of public service with a huge amount of corruption that went in the government and claimed that he is broke, he got management problem. He only got financial management problem. He got human management problem. He got human capacity building problem. He's not even able to build a correlation around him. Since he left the CPP, he said they were going to build a bigger and a better. What have we seen? Apart from Benin, you were endorsing him.
So I think you struck a very, very important point. So how Joseph Boakai allowed himself being a statement to be somehow control and manage Benina Ure and Costa to get him out of the CPP. And at the same time, their motive was because they didn't want anything that will have somehow created some level of unity within the opposition, which Costa will not be. You know, something that happened lately when the Unity Party agreed. I mean, when the CPP agreed to say we sign a document today, then Costa came and say we will not agree with anything. Anything we want to do, we must sign a social contract with the CPP. That indicates to me that that was still protecting the ambition that they had. So no matter what happens, no matter what becomes the CPP, we have to be the one to decide. And then leading to you were saying, after all we have done, we have to lead the process of Buckeye choosing his running mate. So all the fight to take him into court, to take Buckeye from the CPP, to destroy the CPP was all about proving loyalty to Buckeye, making him feel comfortable. Other things they do personally, I'm not going to mention those that I know about. But in the end, they thought they had Buckeye. Now Buckeye is being influenced by other people. So that all the work Costa and his father did for Buckeye go in vain, including destroying the CPP and then get nothing out of it. How painful can they take this? Save. How far can they take this pain? If they feel betrayal, should Buckeye feel betrayal as well?
First of all, this is nothing about betrayal. If anybody has studied Jose Yuma Boakai for just a little bit, Jose Yuma Boakai is very smooth. This has nothing to do with Jose Yuma Boakai. Let me be clear. This has nothing to do with Jose Yuma Boakai's person.
Okay.
Let me say this to you today. This has nothing to do with Jose Yuma Boakai. No. This has everything to do with the retention of President George Weah, the plans orchestrated, and how it will be implemented. Let me just ask you one question. Does Jose Yuma Boakai behavior look like somebody who won't win election or who even want to run? Let me give you an example. Let me give you a tip. You went to the CPP. You left the CPP. Fine. After finishing winning, you changed the winning team. You went somewhere else. You say you will go and form your own team. Fine. The people that left with you, you say you were bringing new people and all of that. You couldn't even maintain the people that went with you, such as Senator Yomni Kanga Lawrence. Even the banana you read today, you couldn't even maintain them because everybody seemed like they lose. The DAL that they talk about, Democratic Alliance with Alari Tupa and other people. You're not hear about it again? Okay. You not see no lie. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Fast forward. You leave Senator Yomni Kanga Lawrence, you leave other people, you bring Costa in the picture. And nobody should say Joseph Boakai is not aware of the plan to make Costa vice president. Not true. The plan started off from America. Yeah, the discussion was held. Joseph Boakai not work on one morning and they get taking the point on plane go Ghana. No, nobody not use that excuse. He knew exactly what he was going for. He knew exactly the money business. He knew exactly what the deal was, and so forth. But here's where the problem is. Here's where the problem is. He still wants to maintain grip over the party so that he can use it as a leverage. Point blank, Joseph Boakai is using the party while other people are using him. That's it. So all the boys are running around, passing around. Let me say it to you today. Let me give you the good news today. The good news is, like we told CDC, if you all want to maintain your party, if you all want to see the Unity Party to be alive, Joseph Boakai, Manapi the stand up bearer, you need to go.
Oh yeah.
But the problem,
No, you know nobody there. Nobody there. When I said
What am I saying? This is the problem.
And
They didn't
that's
see
why,
the problem.
that's why they are jealous of Costa.
Yes.
None of them
Uh-huh.
none of them can be compared to Costa at Costa level when it comes to Liberian politics. Nobody.
No.
So, and they sat there, the people infiltrated the party, owned the party. You remember when we said after Boakai allowed those guys to be kicked out, Mo Ali and Ami Moda were kicked out. We said it very clear that Benayu didn't want those people there because they were pushing for Yomli to be VP. So they tried hard to keep those people out.
Yes.
And Boakai allowed himself to be controlled by those guys.
That the wise leader.
So, okay, my problem now, Steve, is that the supporters, if you as a psychologist, can you read through their mind right now? Are they in a state of pandemonium, state of confusion? Or what is going on right now with them?
Basically, they're in a state of denial. They're not confused, they're just in denial, but it will come around. Because like you've said the other time, even if Boakai announces Costa today, guess what happened? They will come around to support. You know why? Because they did not prepare themselves. They saw their birthright. Let's be honest. In as much that I disagree with Costa political rhetoric or whatever it is, most of them are jealous over him.
Yeah.
That he will be the next face of the party, the same party that he's criticized, the same party that he ostracized, dishonored, disrespected. They are afraid. That the only reason they don't want him. Okay, but if Costa is good to do your propaganda, if Costa can be the face of passing around Jose Human Boakai, if Costa can do all of them, why he can be your VP?
Yeah.
What do you want with that?
To be honest with you, when it comes to the UP people and Costa, I'm 100% against their behavior towards Costa. To be honest,
I am as well.
I don't like Costa behavior in the way he talk to people, the way he rude to everybody, the way he burn all breaches and with people, no friends, have all kind of, because Costa only friend with people that follow him, people that suck up to him. He's not friendly with any intelligent people then that really can, that he feel that they are intelligent more than him. No. People then that he's friendly with are people that he controls.
Yep.
And people that he feels smarter than. People that he feel that, they can always say yes sir to him. He's not comfortable with anybody who actually can show strength, who actually can challenge him. That's why the CP, especially the breath of the COP, remains the chairman. All the good people that were there, they left, except suckers that are there. And when it comes to Costa, number one person that sucked up to Costa is Dillon. Up to now, all the relevant people that were in COP, they left. All the senators, representatives, political leaders, everybody that were COP, they left. Because you know what? Dillon can leave because he sucked up to Costa. I saw something today when Costa posted that stuff, that walking away. So Dillon went and said something about it. Somebody came and asked Dillon, "Oh, you and all?" Then Dillon said he just like the content of the post. That means he just can't just, he just want to be on the right side of Costa, even at his own detriment. I don't know why. I don't know.
So it only has to do with one thing.
Something is not right.
It only has to do with one thing.
In as much as you prove, to be intelligent, why should you be sucking up to one little boy that insults everybody, that disrespects everybody, but you allow your relationship to be burned, you allow everything to go down because of him, You know that his decision to say I'm leaning towards Boakai was because of Costa and Liberty Party business. Basically, Costa, you know, I said that one here on this platform. When Costa decided to say he's supporting Boakai, I said Dillon will go with Boakai, no matter what happened. Dillon can never see himself on different side with Costa. I don't know what's going on with him. I'm just concerned about it. Why is he so afraid of Costa?
Well, I think it boils down to one thing, Mr. Kane. It boils down to one thing. When you sell your birthright to somebody, but not only that, speaking of Senator Darius Dillon, there are a few things that we are working on, and I just want the public to know about Senator Darius Dillon that he did that's a little weird. That call with Abochie, with the president in Abochie's office using Abochie's phone, according to him. That call is fishy. And we're trying our best to get a transcript of that call before we can bring it to the public to discuss what was said in that call. Because talking to someone who you hold accountable for 15 minutes or more or less, 15 minutes, that's more time to talk to somebody who is annoying on the phone. The second part of it, why was Senator Darius Dillon's brother freed from this case of murder that the government had on him right after he won the second election? After CDC was pissed at him. The third part of this question also, why was that job kept for him after he was in jail for almost 2 years? Why was that position kept for him? Moluba Molu had to speak about it before they refused to give him the job. Let me say this to you. Whether that your favorite person, it can be Kumizo, it can be Delon, it can be Yombio. If you behave any kind of suspiciously, you might just know say we're checking behind your suspicion. Just know that. I don't care our relationship with you. We're not here for that thing.
But you know Delon, the one that Delon's behavior, the one that destroy. I would say I will not say destroy Yomli, but destroy the Liberty Party. Because he influenced Yomli. He made Yomli to follow Dure and Costa in whatever they were doing.
Well, I'll take a different take with you on that one. I don't want to agree with you on that one.
Why?
First of all, Senator Yomli Kanga Lawrence, it's grown. Not only that, she's the senior senator of a county. Not only a county, a historical big county. But not only that, Senator Yomli Kanga Lawrence has been around politics for a while. Around politicians for a while, stemming from Charles Taylor time. There is in no way, shape, or form I will put solely the blame on Senator Darius Dillon influencing Senator Yomli Kanga Lawrence's decision to now want to do what she did during the CPP term. She takes full responsibility for that. She should be held accountable and liable for that. And let's hold Darius Dillon accountable for what he's done or for what he is doing. I think Senator Yomli Kanga Lawrence made her own decision and she should be held responsible for it. That is my take on it. Yes, Senator Darius Dillon might have had some voice behind closed door. The same thing with you do advise me on one or two things. For example, you tell me not to just call Jose Yumabaga, not to say Joe Boy. But I still say Joe Boy. You see it? So at the end of the day, I'm still responsible for my thing. You know how many times you've talked to me because I don't come up in public and say it? To say, oh, don't use this term, don't say this, don't say this. Do you know how many times we've had a conversation? Even as of last night, we had a conversation. Every day you remind me continuously. But at the end of the day, I still make this conscious decision. Not that you are trying to censor me on what I will say or my decisions I will make. But, as somebody who's been around, who understands some things and so forth, and who are listening to as well, guess what? You provide your advice here and there. You talk to me about things here and there. So Senator Yomli Kanga Lawrence should be held accountable for her decisions, whether it was influenced by Dillon.
Let me say this to you. You see, politics. I've been around too. My first time meeting Darius Dillon, that was when he used to work in TC Goose office. That time Tishigu was not the Solicitor General. Tishigu was the Deputy Minister of Justice, Deputy Minister for Operation at the Ministry of Justice. That's when I met Dillon the first time. When we were arrested, taken to the Justice Ministry. I've been following Dillon. When he worked as a chief of staff with Ellen Snow as representative. I follow him when he worked as chief of staff with Joe Howard Taylor. I followed Dillon when he switched from Liberty Party to support Ellen at some point. I followed Dillon when he was very, very close with Robert Salif. Dillon is very smart politically when it comes to getting his way through. Dillon can be very, very much manipulative. Yombly, she's smart. She's been around politics. But you have to understand, Dillon and Yombly, they are not at the same level. Yes, they went to the Senate before Dillon. But when it comes to politics, Dillon is normally in Dillon's pocket. You know, to the extent where people attach different connotation to their relationship. And I don't know about all that, but the political aspect, Yombly believe in Dillon. Let me tell you something. After Dillon's election, Yombly even believe that Dillon can be anybody. Dillon can make anybody president, or Dillon himself can even be president because of the popularity he believed that Dillon had in Montserrat. So believing Dillon to that extent, Dillon is like, okay, when Dillon say, okay, let's do this, it will work. I got Montserrat under control. She will believe it. Dillon, you can say all a lot of things about Dillon, but few things that I know 100%. Dillon is now somebody who is grateful. Secondly, Dillon get temperament problem, but he pretend to be someone with good temperament. No, Dillon has temperament problem. He takes everything personal. If he disagrees with you, he will laugh, but he will keep it. That part of him is not too far away from the behavior of the current president. Not somebody who is grateful. They look for opportunity. They keep people around them that say yes sir to them, that don't question them. So Yombly and Dillon, Yombly is a good person, trust me. But Dillon confused Yombly. Dillon influenced Yombly, making her to believe that we are one step away to the presidency. If we stay with Cummings can go for one round, you can go for second term. But you go with Boakai will only be president for maybe 2 years. He might resign. And as vice president, automatically you become the president. That would be the Liberty Party, the easiest way for Liberty Party to go to get to the presidency. Secondly, Darius Dillon was smart enough to say, when people say, oh, let Dillon go for vice president. No. Let Dillon go for president. No. I still want to be senator because he wanted to secure the 9 years. You understand? Prior to that decision to say, okay, let do this, let Yomble go for vice presidency with Boakai. Do you know that there were meetings here in America wherein they wanted to petition Dillon to run for president 2023? Do you know about that? Okay. Do you know there were people who wanted Dillon to be the vice presidential candidate for Joseph Boakai instead of Nyomli? But Dillon made Nyomli to believe that no. I got all the popularity. I got all this, I got all that, but I want you to be. Who would I believe that kind of person? Somebody will tell you, say, I don't want to be this. I want you to be the person. I'm not trying to belittle Nyomli or try to somehow minimize her intelligence. No. But what I'm saying is that politics is politics. If you believe in somebody and you think that they have certain admiration or loyalty for you, you listen to them. Nyomli believed in Dillon, and she believed her close comfort. Let me tell you something. Nyomli said it publicly. Somebody she believed, her close confidant, before she make any decision, the person that she can call or the person that can call her to discuss and make decision is Dillon. She started very clearly. But some people take it out of proportion. Oh, they put in the dating the boyfriend and girlfriend. People say that. So what I'm saying in short, Dillon's idea, Dillon's behavior in the CPP destroy Nyombli's political future in the CPP. Because either way, Nyomli will have still been the vice presidential candidate for the CPP. Either way. Whether it was going to be Boakai's standard bearership, it was still going to be Nyomli. Whether it was going to be Komis's standard bearership, it was still going to be Nyomli. Because why? Boakai was not ready to go for any more vice president. And Benina Yure was no match to Nyomli Kangalore when it comes to the vice presidency. And the two of the people that were running for president was Une Boakai and Komis. So automatically, whoever they're going to clinch the nomination or the standard bearership of the CPP was going to pick Nyomli Kangalore, or at least somebody from the Liberty Party. But because when Dillon say, I'm leaning towards Joseph Nyima Boakai, that took Nyomli and everybody that supported Nyomli to Joseph Nyima Boakai. That's just the truth. And Dillon's decision for that is based on two reasons. Number one reason, because they feel that was the easiest way for the Liberty Party to get to the presidency of the country. And secondly, Costa was already with Joseph Nyima Boakai. Even as we speak, in the midst of everything going on, when Costa meeting happened in Ghana, when everybody was talking that, oh, in fact, Nyomli has been stabbed in the back, been disrespected after everything. How can you put Nyomli at equal level with Costa? Well, all that those conversations were going on. Dillon is one of the people that called Costa to pacify him. In as much as Yombly people were angry that everything that's going on, you will only put that call Costa. So at the end of the day, you can pretend to be something. You can pretend to be anything. But at the end of the day, you are who you are. Whatever Costa has on DeLon, I don't know. At least what I know is other things that transpire during the protest. We'll have some information on those things. But maybe this could be beyond that. Because I've never seen any man grown up, a leader, suck up to somebody like he does with Costa. And that's why he's stuck with the COP. Everybody know that the COP now, have been reduced to some kind of boyfriend and girlfriend club, or people who suck up to Costa. But yet they stay. Supposedly, honorable senators stay there. All the good people that started the COP, senators, representatives, political leaders, how they left. But you cannot leave. So in short, Steve, what I was trying to say here is that the law destroyed Yombly not because Yombly does not know what she's doing, but because of trust and confidence that he has in the law. And when the law say I'm leaning on this particular platform, the law say I'm leaning towards Boakai, Yombly and all her supporters gravitated towards Boakai. As I speak to you right now, the conversation for Yombly to let me not say this anyway. Let me stop here so far for that. But what I can tell you right now, everything going on when it comes to the decision of Yombly, whether it's the Liberty Party, whether it's the CPP, anything, the directive is coming from DeLon. And it's not because she doesn't know what she's doing, but she trusts him. She believes in him. She thinks he's popular enough to make her anything. Even the fight in the Liberty Party is DeLon. And now Yombly and Musa Belete is DeLon. And Yombly then follow DeLon. That is the problem. And I can tell you, Steve, this fight is going to be very interesting. Just watch and see where Costa will go, and you watch where DeLon will go. That's all I can tell you. Even if Costa go to the CDC in the open, DeLon may not openly go to the CDC, but he will support CDC. I can tell you that 100%. Anywhere Costa go, there where DeLon will go. Yes.
Very interesting take, well, DeLon can go anywhere he wants to go.
Yeah.
I just hope and pray that.
I mean, nobody saying he doesn't have the right, but what I'm just telling you, those are the facts. Everything that was going on in the Liberty Party is DeLon, and DeLon is being controlled by Costa, and DeLon control Yombly. So the circle is going to keep going. So just sit there and watch again where Costa will go. Costa will go, DeLon will go, Yombly will go. That's how the whole thing looking. Yombly never used to get along with what's his name? Yure, when she was making decisions on her own. because Julia was not playing the whole thing right. But because of the law is controlling her, and Costa controls the law, but now Julia control Costa, and there's something called chain reaction. Chain reaction. Like when somebody plan car running the scene on the scene, running the scene direction. Then one car just jump up in the front of the first car in front. That one car is say poof. The other one can say poof. So that you will see 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cars involving one accident. It's called chain reaction. That's what happened. You detect to Costa. Costa detects to DeLon. DeLon detects to Yombly, and her follower follow. That has been a problem. So DeLon is our problem in Liberia for the opposition people there. Because DeLon never be honest with them. DeLon don't know exactly what's going on. He's just following Costa, protecting himself from whatever Costa may have on him. I don't know.
Well, I can say this for a fact that there will be a lot of things that will happen, and we're watching. There's a kind of I think we reached the 2 hours mark.
Yeah, and when you finish, some people say we should say all this little thing about Kumi's running mate thing.
Yes, please.
Are you?
Sure. Go for it.
Go ahead. Okay.
Yes, please.
Since you guys are eager, we told you guys that we were going to come here to tell you the people that will be or are supposed to be the running mate for commies. We said we received information that the list was somehow narrowed down to 3. But here on SKTV, we don't just run with story. We like to follow. We like to investigate to make sure the information is authentic, and then we put it up here. We have been trying to confirm the information. To some extent, we have confirmed a few of the names. But the third one is not yet confirmed. That's why we don't want to come here and tell you, and then later on, oh, no, that's not true. So the ones that we can confirm right now is that we've confirmed 2 female that are on the short list of commies. You're listening, because you wanna can say, oh no. That means the one saying it. SKTV can confirm that. The third one will confirm it. We will come and say it too. The 2 names that are confirmed that are on the short list that is being discussed or considered are Lima Bowie and Yomli Kanga Lawrence. Those two names, regardless of everything going on with the Liberty Party, with the Unity Party, with CPP, this and that, we were informed reliably that Yomli has always been on the short list of the CPP, and Lima Bowie. Between the two, I'm told that Lima Bowie was a little bit over Yombly when it comes to the decision part of it. The other person is a gentleman, is a male. We will confirm it. We will come here and tell you about it when we get the information correct. Lima Hui and Yomli Kanga Lawrence are the two females that are being considered, according to our reporting, to be the running mate for Alexander Cummings. The extent, we'll talk about that later on. How far they have gone, who they have talked to. But what I heard, the information we received, Cummings is not doing this by himself. Like Baka was involving with Costa directly. We were told that there is a committee, a vetting committee, that are carrying on this process. And the committee, according to the committee, source from the committee, we were told that there is a conversation going on. And the three people, the third one, which we will not name here today, maybe tomorrow, but tomorrow we'll get a confirmation. We'll talk about that person. But for now, Steve, as far as we know, there are two people on the short list of committees that are being somehow considered. And we were also informed that this month of April, whoever they decide to choose will be official by the end of this month. So since you are eager to know, you want us to talk about Cummings, we were holding on to the information. We wanted to get the third person confirmed information that yes, indeed, this person is also, because there were about 7 people. We were told it has been reduced to 3. And the 2 female that we can confirm are in consideration. And the third person is a male. We'll inform you, we'll give you that name later on. I don't want to add that, Steve. I think you want to run now. You're muted. You're muted.
Just before we run, we want to say one thing is good is you can keep SKTV on the record. You can come back and replay the show. Those of you who are interested in the facts, you can speak with the facts. Those who want to run around with lies, that's okay. There's nothing wrong with it. They're entitled to their views and the rights to run around with it. But we'll for sure be back tomorrow by the grace of God. We're hoping to have Rodney C on the weekend. The ANC, I forgot to announce this. The ANC in Europe contacted us to do a relay of their program for the weekend of April 14th. So a week or two from now. We have not finalized the agreement. Hopefully we will sometime this weekend, and we will announce it officially. And maybe we'll have, if we do come to an agreement, we have a representation from them to speak more about the program, what it will be in Europe. We've also been contacted by the ANC USA / CPP as well, ANC Global and CPP, that they're having their program in Philadelphia, July 22nd. They want us to cover the program. So We've not come to full agreements. The terms are still on the table. Once we come to agreement, we'll let the public know, as we've always done, as to whether we'll be there or not. The weekend of July 22nd in Philadelphia. We'll update you in the week or next, because we got to send out a proposal to them. They agree to it. We agree to it. We sign the terms and conditions. We're not going to be in the house with nobody, and we're not going to play no games around. You agree to the terms and conditions, we move on. You want to play, yeah, do it for Labro, one save Labro. No, we're not going to do that. Just so we're clear. We always say one save Labro, but we can save Labro in our head and in our mouth. We can do that. We got to save Labro by being present. You agree with the terms and conditions?
So Steve, in fact, not to cut you off, what we're going to be doing, we're on the radio in Liberia. Whether it be tomorrow or Thursday, we'll confirm the 3 names. We'll open the line to the Liberian people to hear their perspective as to who or which one of the 3 they would prefer to be the running mate for Mr. Cummings, talking about the CPP. We'll open the line. So you shouldn't worry. You will have your say. Once we confirm the 3rd name, we will come here, we will open the line in Liberia, in the diaspora, so that your leaders can listen to you as to which one of the 3. We couldn't do that with Boakai because Boakai, we didn't hear him about any committee. That's why everybody just kind of fighting, everybody going head to scatter. Because we're directly done by Boakai himself. We could start meeting and stuff like that. A lot of people got angry. But still, when you come, the thing that I hear, wow, the thing, the information what I got today, a big, when you come, we'll talk about it. You're muted again.
I said Joe Biden, Cyril are coming soon.
You don't start with your team. Okay, I'm not even telling you anything again. You think I'm joking with you. Yeah.
I'll see you soon. Let me put myself together. I'll see you soon.
Yeah, but I'm not telling you anything again, sir. So long you call the paper, that one.
Ooh. I told you that my brother forget that thing between me and that man.
I will not tell you anything.
Me and that man ready to hang out, and you not beat our hang out, baby. Forget it. Me and the man hang out, my boy, we're chilling. We're good.
But you know what? People already started giving their opinion about Lima Bowie and Yumley.
Let them go.
Yeah, but you finish for the whole thing. So folks, I think we will see you guys tomorrow. Oh, one big thing that we learned today is that the idea that the election could possibly be one round election. That's a big deal. And all the people then that are our friends and that are not happy with us, they're telling us we are NCTV, we are Kumis TV, we are Seku TV or whatever TV we are. We love you. We love you. Even in your stupidity, we still love you.
Yeah.
So I'll tell you.
And they can move up there all. They can be the first one in the two.
That what qualified them.
Yeah, that I don't understand. I saw somebody I be your president or I be your
No, they're not versed. They're not versed. They just want us to, talk good thing about the person that they like, but they're not giving us any opportunity to do that.
Yeah, Victoria Blamo Cooper said, yeah, I don't have a problem with Rescue 2. As we're looking at the team right now, to be honest with you, I'm on Rescue 2 team because it's not me. I'm for fairness. The fairness here is Rescue 2 has done everything to resuscitate the Pape, what it calls. So he deserves. Don't look at it for 2. He deserves to be what it got. to be on rescue, to be the rescue too. I don't know why they're passing around with the thing, but we can do that to rescue too. That's
But
not
in all fairness, the people who, but we say we're going to go on about. Let me say this before I go though. Why is it that the resentment, the hate for Costa is much more intensified in the Unity Party, among Unity Party people than it is with other people, like with other people from the opposition that Costa tried to destroy? So that Costa would just do people then thinking that they are with him, they support him. We need to know now his real position when he declared for.
They decided to use each other. They decided to have a common enemy. When a common enemy is no longer in existence, guess what?
They have nothing in common.
They have nothing in common. They don't have anything in common, Mr. Kane. They don't have anything in common. They see we had a little collect bra, Costa little collect bra. So they be fighting who will collect bra. Unless, to be honest with you, they're jealous or rescue too. But they will not spoil the ticket for us. They can go in the closet and discuss and plot everything. We stand with rescue too. Rescue too, that our man. And we will raise funds for rescue too when you come from Liberia. Rescue too, I know you're watching on one of your fake profiles and you're watching from distance, but here's the issue with you. Here's the issue with rescue too. You better be getting a vice president, calm down your high horses, call the show, let's negotiate, we'll raise some funds for you because we need to support this venture. We're not going to sit down all our effort going in. We're not going to sit down some United Party body marginalize the whole process and whatever. No. We're not going to do that. We'll work diligently with rescue to provide.
I want you to start speaking the BB border when you come to the marginalization, all the things,
The people then who hate rescue 2 from Unity Party, rescue 2, Mr. Henry Pedro Costa.
Okay.
It's not going to hold. It's not going to hold. We're not going to sit down and allow that to happen. It's not going to hold.
Okay.
We must do the thing of fairness. We must also Costa get drama, you get all the small things. But you can't do that to Costa. Costa has been in the trenches. Costa revived the political life of Joseph Yuma Boaka.
How?
Oh? You say sao or you say how?
I said sao.
Hey, I thought you were going to say how.
I said sao.
Exactly. So, my people, we on this other one, I'm with Costa. On this particular one, I'm with Costa. Costa deserves to be the next vice president of the republic to rescue the nation. Costa needs to be brought back. We're not going to sit and allow this. You're not going to use Costa. No. That's what you're doing. You're using what a guy needs. You're not start using Eugene Fagon to attack Costa. No. We're not going to allow that. Any attempt will reply. We will reply.
So
yeah, we're not going to do that. No, we're not going to do that. We stand with the chairman.
Oh my God.
We stand with the chairman, and we are with the chairman in the war. So we're with the chairman. In fact, as the chairman is headed for Liberia, we expect nothing less than Joseph Yuma Boaka lifting a hand up. Any attempt for Joseph Yuma Boaka.
Well, but what about the people that say they told Boaka will not answer Costa phone no more?
Who?
So the party people there, you see them on Facebook.
Oh, forget about that thing. Ask him.
They told Boaka will not answer Costa phone. No.
That the news they won't pass around with the middle of FIFA will not get problem. What is actually unfolding? We're going to sit and have a tete-a-tete meeting with Rescue 1. Rescue 2 and Rescue 1 have a tete-a-tete meeting. From that meeting, the hope is the big announcement will be Rescue 1 will be announced. Rescue 1 will be announcing Rescue 2 as a running mate and lifting his hands. We can get thousands and thousands of followers, multiples of people listening to us. We are on iTunes. We are on YouTube. We are on the radio in Liberia. Al Jazeera has interviewed the Rescue 2, BBC, the world knows Rescue 2, CNN, and you get some young boys and young girls saying now Joe Bob Market we're gonna get cell phone.
Before we go,
It's not gonna happen.
before we go to while listening to Costa. Costa said when you were talking about how the people are jealous of him, he said the money he's about to get, the business Costa get right now. He said he's going to buy Liberia. He said he can buy Liberia with that money.
It can happen.
Plenty. I swear to God, Costa said that on the show. The money you're about to get now is billions and billions and billions of dollars that you can buy Liberia. Now the campaign message,
well,
for to be the VP, that he can buy Liberia. On a serious note.
Well, that's why we will Rescue 2, because we know Rescue 2 have the gravitas, Rescue 2 have the financial capability to bankroll the entire campaign. And as we speak now, we are working behind closed doors to ensure
the gravitas?
The gravitas and the financial capability to bankroll the entire campaign. So today, we don't need to worry about money.
Boy, you not start speaking people now.
No, but we understand the issue.
What you say, I will say, how? Come on.
No, we understand the issue, and we are going to work with Rescue 2 to ensure that this nation be rescued. Because we can't sit down and allow, the hooligans.
I swear to God, Costa said, somebody think I'm joking. Costa said, he's into some kind of business. Deep business that in fact he's going to be traveling to, I don't know, Sudan or South Sudan or Uganda, whatsoever. This business is going to be worldwide business. He's going to be making millions, billions of dollars. They can't even buy Liberia. Those were the campaign messages from Costa while he was campaigning to be.
Mr. Kennedy, those jealous boys and girls from the Unity Party who are passing.
So you think you're putting jealous of because of that? But then
they are jealous. They won't honor.
What about Costa coming and buy Liberia from Joey?
No, they are jealous. They won't honor our financial capability. They won't question our financial capability. But we are not deterred, Mr. Kennedy. We are not deterred.
Yeah, but what if the man can't just buy Liberia from Joey and Joey can give anything for money?
No, the men don't want to buy. You see, the problem is, Mr. Kennedy, from a strategic standpoint, we don't want to buy the nation. It will look like a dictatorship. We want the masses, not the leader, for the masses to vote in the leader. You see it? So the masses is working. We're working with the masses. We're not talking about a handful of United Party people who jealous. We are working with the masses to ensure that everything happens.
Who are you now? You now? Rescue people there?
I will Rescue 2. I'm part of the team. I'm part of the strategic team. I'm also part of the team to push the message of Rescue 2. We are working with the masses. We're not working with those boys and girls who are jealous in United Party. They don't want to see the progress of this nation. No, that's not the point we're working with. We're working with the masses, know the leader. And the leader will be appearing. Then on Monday, when the leader show up, the masses will show up.
On Wednesday?
The masses showing up to welcome the leader.
Oh, on Monday?
I'm telling you.
And then Wednesday will be the press conference.
The press conference will be on Wednesday after we shall have a tete-a-tete meeting with Joseph Human Poaka. We'll Rescue 1.
So
we have a tete-a-tete meeting on Tuesday.
So Rescue 1 going to be at the airport to get Costa?
No, Rescue 1 can't be moving around too much. No, Rescue 1 move around too much. Then in situation get handled. So we'll leave Rescue 1 home in rehab. You'll just be walking around the area waiting for Rescue 2, and then we'll get there. That's it. Rescue 1, you can't move Rescue 1 too much around. Then a problem. We don't want to create problem for the campaign. No. We want to save our energy and save everything. Because the campaign, I can tell you, we are.
When you come to buying La Brapa, the idea I want to be in you.
Mr. Kane, let me tell you something.
Joey was selling.
Mr. Kane, let me tell you something.
The way they say I now call Joey now, they say McCoy Pepe, it's celebrating and Joe will go across down.
Mr. Kane, let me tell you something. We are raising resources massively across the globe. Investors are willing.
What about the capital that my friend sent me last time?
But that's just a prelude of the life of the masses is about to be. Things are about to look. I don't even know how to say. Look. On behalf of Rescue 2, we just show you fleets of cars.
So folks, you shouldn't take this part serious. We just having fun.
No. You are
just infusing some humor in there. But
You
on a
have
serious
it for-
note, we are
I'm
saying
from
the
rescue
truth,
two
but
team.
we just making it in a joking form.
I
But
will
to be honest
rescue
with you,
too.
To be honest
Just so
with
you
you,
know.
Costa said that he can buy Liberia. The money what you're going to make right, the money he's making right now, he can buy Liberia. And me, I know when it comes to money, Joe can take it. Joe can sell Liberia to Costa. Maybe that's what the man going for the deal. Saying Joe Biden refuse, they're going to buy the country, give it to you, refuse. The man can buy it for himself. Yeah.
Well,
Right.
well, Mr. Kane, like I said, you're doing anything you want to do. I'm with rescue too. I'm working on behalf of the masses.
So how did you come on with this rescue thing? I don't know.
No, you know, the United Party coined the term rescue one to rescue the nation, right? It's okay. So rescue one is already in place. We just need to get rescue two. So we to follow suit and then follow up and say rescue two. Because look, Mr. Kane, it's not an easy thing for rescue two. To tell you rescue two, we got the finances. We flew rescue one from Liberia to Ghana.
But one of the United Party person got vet because why you not put the man in first class? You go put the man in economic class.
No, we learned.
The person was angry. The person on Facebook, the person said, "You United Party person." The person said, "They are angry for the fact that you say you invited the man to come do a $30 million deal.
Yeah.
How can you put a man in economic class as opposed to putting the man in business class?"
Let me speak directly to that constituents. From the rescue, on behalf of the rescue team and the mission. But we don't want to make the mistake that other amateur politicians like Dillon and other people that made, where they roll first class. We don't want to lavish state resources and just throw money through the window. Look, we got to save up. So we put rescue one on an economic so that he can look.
How do they know? If they say how you put a man in business, how you call it? How you put rescue one in economic class for $30 million? Somebody that coming for $30 million deal.
Yes. You
put a man in. You didn't get money to put a man in business class. That economic class, you gonna put a man in.
Yes, Mr. Cannon, we did that in order for the men to identify with the suffering masses. Most recently, we saw President George we had them riding first class, Samuel to them changing the ticket from first class to this. Even Senator Darius DeLong, at the expense of the masses, after he was elected by the masses, he went and rode first class. We learned from those different mistakes. So the rescue one will be riding economic class now until he's elected. Then we can revisit that decision. But for now, strategically, we're not going to make any kind of mistake for the masses' effort to be thwarted. No, we save money. And we're getting masses. Look,
Beverly was in South.
Yes, because these are some of the reforms we are starting with.
Like people, a lot of people with you did a rescue team. Everybody says South for you.
Look, but I'm working with rescue too. So on behalf of the team, I think you saw my counterpart, Darlington, were here the other day. To speak on behalf of the masses. And as we look, Mr. Cannon, across the 17 political subdivision of our country, as we speak now, we are working with the young people. The masses are, look, the momentum, the euphoria. Rescue 2 is hitting the country tomorrow. And I can tell you, even the university students, I heard one Martin Colley trying to attack the Rescue 2 team. Look, let me say to Martin Colley, you need to join the movement. This is a movement, Martin. You need to join the movement. This is a movement. Look, Martin is a young man that when we take over the country, we can position him to get him, because they will take over later on after us. But for now,
if everybody don't say so, I will block them.
No, Mr. Cannon, you see the department there, this station, we can't take it seriously to run work camping because, the place you support.
If Beverly don't say so, if Nancy Roof don't say so, if they don't say Stanley Queen, if they don't say so, I will block all of them.
Y'all be laughing.
No. Even if you don't say so, I will block her.
Mr. Cannon, let it be laughing. Big announcement is on the way. Look,
if you don't say so, okay, you see.
But the nation will be
rescued. Say so, it's the name now. If vote makers say so now. Your man wapo chairman, the man can tell you so, you know now. Yeah. Anybody knows this how you're black there with my left hand. See? Oh, Steve, you're playing this how yo.
Mr. Kane, you listen. I think from what I'm noticing,
My sister Gwen, I never thought. Gwen says sour, you
know, for what I'm noticing, you are an insider.
Ayaka.
You are trying. From what I'm noticing, you want to start the forward march. You know, you want to start the forward march.
Let me say that. Where are you coming from with all those PB books today? Because you joined the rescue movement or what?
No, Mr. Kane, let me tell you something. We've always known that Rescue 2 had a gravitas. We always knew that. In the political will. We've always known that. It's just for him to put himself together to, you know, as you can see, Rescue 2 was magnanimous enough. Rescue 2 was
Alex, that man we can write BB board all things out today.
Mr. Kane, Rescue 2 was magnanimous enough to reach out to the senator of
you're not in the crew, man.
Mr. Kane, we are working. Look, we are working for the people. So Jeremiah Kun was magnanimous enough. After we reached out to him, he extended his love and support for our bid. Look, let me tell you something. There are conversations going behind closed doors. Even our sister Senator Yomlikan Lawrence, we are working with her to secure the Grand Pass of Belt.
For Rescue 2?
Rescue 2 is working across the aisle.
Around the political spectrum.
Look, Mr. Kane, I can tell you this. The people in Bon County, they are excited about this news.
Why?
The people in Lofa. Now, Rescue 2 originates from Lofa, from Bon County. And the people of Bon County feel, look, the people of Bon County have not felt, you know, the enjoyment that they expected from the vice president, Joel Howard Taylor. So instead of kicking Joel Howard Taylor out, they decided to replace Joel Howard Taylor by their own son, who has been in the trenches, advocacy.
So
you can beat that record. So I mean, Rescue 2, the one we look at it,
I think we gotta leave it. We gotta leave it here for today because you know what? We're gonna have a special show where I will invite your Rescue 2 to come here and you too can listen to your platform.
Yes, it's no problem. Look. The only thing we can tell the Liberian people, we are not going to steal the Liberian people money. We have been able to manage to secure finances, and we are ready for this venture.
But when you come here on SKTV, you will talk all.
Yes, we are willing to talk all. We're willing to discuss in total everything. We're willing to discuss the entire political arena.
If you don't say South, I'm coming black out.
No, those are ANC. Look, those are Kumi supporters that are envying this ticket.
Really?
And they want to see the downfall of this nation.
If you don't say South, I'm coming black you. Right now.
Look, we are not deterred. We are on a mission to rescue the country. Kumi supporters, United Party people, look, they're just jealous people. Because look, Bwaka, look, let me tell you something. The former vice president, in his wisdom and his political experiences, look at Cummins, look at Yombli, look at Jeremiah Kun, and even Tiawan Congo, and said no.
Okay. Hold on. You mentioned Jeremiah Kun. I want to do something before I go. Because we're about to leave now. Costa went and apologized to Jeremiah Kun because he said the American said he won't be part. American harvest. I want to say no, but American harvest him won't be part. Take it to abroad, take it to white people country and sell them. Then Costa came and apologized. Yeah, Sana I come in blog or return. She said she's not saying so. I come in blog. I come in take off for safekeeping. So. But Costa came back and apologized. But it didn't say, oh, the thing I say, I was lying. It say, I'm sorry for saying it. So does that mean your man can still sell him apart? Or no, Costa was just lying? That's part I want to understand.
No, we stand by what we said. You know, we've not retracted those statements. However, we've aligned politically. And, you know, he was magnanimous enough to accept, you know, the conversation. Look, let me say, we're not going back into those days where we used to have back and forth. We need to work together in a line. That's it.
Yeah, but Costa apologized for saying it. say I apologize for saying what I said to you. But to say I was lying or what I said was not true, I was just angry when you didn't say that. The man said I apologizing to the man for the thing I said to the man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying to you. We've not taken by what we said.
But the man didn't say I was lying. Or
Right.
the thing I said was not true.
No, the fact that we didn't retract or take it back, it means that we, look, Sekou, we're not going to go back with bad blood. We're not going to create any bad blood in our campaign. We've walked past that. Let me tell you something. For the
But you think they got could go answer the question?
Who?
Jeremiah could still be asked this question about selling human parts? Because the man didn't take it back. Man, apologize for saying it.
Well,
what he said was not true.
Let me leave the Costa Cam and get on SKTV. I'm no longer part of the Rescue 2 team. This is part of the deception in the Liberian politics that we talk about, Mr. Kenneth. Somebody can make such a grave allegation against you in public that is hovering over you. And that person goes behind closed door and apologizes to you or sweet talk you and comes and pampered you in public. If the person is serious for truth, let him first of all go retract what he said in public. Because the information is out there, whether you like it or not. He was magnanimous, he was working on magnanimous, that one out of business. The fact of the matter is, if I were in Jeremiah Cohn's camp, I would be requesting, clarify the information, retract the information, come and apologize. That's the process. You go back to the place you did the damage. You didn't do it in public. You didn't do it in private. You did it in public. So why come in private? It can't sweet talk me. You know why? Because we spoke with Rescue 2 and told him he need to mend fences. But because Rescue 2 is egotistic and prideful, he doesn't want to come and retract the statement. He doesn't want to look like a liar. So he went behind closed door, called Jeremiah Cohn, and the judge let my man, you know, my man, and Jeremiah Cohn to fall for it. But from the look of thing, Jeremiah Cohn ain't been around. Because if you been selling him a part, then he been around. So if Rescue 2 better stay away and behave himself.
Yeah, but they said man apologize, but he apologized, but he didn't take it back. He still apologized for saying it. But to say, you know what I say, it was not true. He didn't
apologize where? How do we know he apologized? Because he wrote on Facebook, that mean he apologized? How do we know? Why couldn't he come on the same Facebook? Miss Matilda where? Why couldn't he come on the same Facebook and retract what he said and apologize? So why is he apologizing?
But now when you're apologizing though, Steve, let me tell you something. If you go now, you went ahead and call me names and say blah 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 blah. You come and say, Sekou, I'm sorry for calling you these names. That is different from saying, whatever I said about you, I said it out of anger, but I didn't mean to say it's not true. At least you are taking by people who that you put that in their ear, they will know whatever Steve said about Sekou is not true. But you allowed it to go, making people to believe that it's true. But to come and tell me, say, Sekou, I'm sorry for saying it. But you're not sorry. But you're sorry for saying it, but you're not taking it back. That's a big deal. We gotta go, Steve. We gotta go. But I really enjoy you being part of the rescue team.
No, the rescue team. We still rescue team.
I enjoy it.
Y'all who jealous of your business, y'all will be fine. Y'all go hug the transformer. Rescue 2 will hold. Our ticket will hold.
Okay, my man. I'll see you.
Yes, we'll see you soon.
luti ke baba koraya ay ramina la demaya le labi luti ke baba koraya ba ay ramina la demaya le labi kwani saya ramitala na tedyara lubi hallelujah gigi ledi saya ramitala na tedyara lubi hallelujah gigi ledi dunia ni aligia matea tunyaloro awakabade ya buyasine imae kono ya gikela yiri bolonnedi yiri temo gigi diduyoro sobo ya gikela ulabaledi ula temo gigi difa moni fiya gikela wolodennedi deye mo gigi ledi dunia ni haligia matea tunyaloro anyi silamba de na dunia timiri isorotu mama inani fali mabubula timiri moya tu mama irakili lagi mademe naye timiri koroya tu mama ibade bandu gimadila fikanagina ikanagina ila bango koni jomi la balo banayale mama demena koba savali duaro woli bade ya do salale koba savali duaro woli bade ya do tununale musoko ni manyuba soro ye bade ya do salale nafuluko ni makenkilila ye bade ya do tununale duko kuma naluma ke konya adala bankele maubanke bedi warangini awutumangi kabade ya bunya sinebi imaela dia kabulo diako koni beni lo dia le bade yaro Sidi akabolo diako koni beni lo dia le bade yaro bade yato no kabo bade yakadi kasilam bade yanina illa anye bade yabu yasine tonya e bade yale rokafo anye bade yabu ya ala yere bade ya le fe kabade ya buyasine moya e bade ya le rotonya anye bade ya buya mo bade bali ma demena kuma na moni fiya e sababu le kole kele ni fora yana jonye kele lagine kalula karifala dutuna kele sangara kalula karifala kumani kuna kalula karifala tununa kukumani bantama nyani ni kama siga fadi maduzula de suma worokande love mbedi la londo singani ke modenke yazana kuruma denke kamara muso sabakele gelike mo kantefa mbalu kantefa Ferma kantefa ila kele tunya fola lukaramo ni papa digele kukumani bantamba nyani kama siga fadi maduzula de sumauro ibe makiba bila silalima kwani mana moka na bensilado kwani na sumauro ila o papa ila Setana ba momilo kudukela ibade mala Setana wulila yarabila bade nyale tunya bade nyala fisa bade mo bade gima demenna Ali fenti bolo ibade gima demenna bade nyale tunya bade nyala fisa bade nya tunya e bade nyale ro bade nyale bade Oui, bademba les ma de maintenant. Bademba, tunya e bademba le robi.
Oboni fabono Niki majigi aladi porota Ibaka ke fato ye ibali baye Ngoto jonde fo mbale baye 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 Mamadu wangede Seibani Mamadu de babo sede Asita wangede Kumba wange kodido Madam Mumba yi kodido na mangolo bade kodido Madam Mujabite wa ayabarika Soni da namli yoma wa ayabarika Soni da di duplesi man wa ayabarika Barika ka suruda lela de fobeye Meta kuyatela Mbalewe Meta kuyatela Madamu Tosowe Meta kuyatela Asita kuyatela Meta kuyatela Makoma bade meta mbako Mbalu kone dene we meta mbako Paikana ni afula afusekote Paikana ni zimola afusekote Mbetamba kode Ay watu ikulumuna Kana bei macho Pia pola mulumunuko Kana bele macho Sambara nindi mulumunuko Kana bele macho Kumambi foto Ameriki ke wolu kanyalo Kumambi foto Faransi wolu kanyalo Rivela kumani, wasabu kumani. Walule beta kolona, walule beta koyena. Ay watu gulumuna, kana bene macho. Bene tugu gulumuna, kana bene macho. Si no wan tugu gulumuna, kana bene macho. Jairi ba koro gulumuna, kana bene macho. Kana bene macho. Kana bene macho. Neka wale fomo wala kalimandi jure Nika walde chini masa ala bichube Sita kuyate kana kuma ala lejudo na mama Mbalewe, mato mabade mbalewe Mbalewe, mbaleni Teneka te mbalewe, mbale mbaye Oh, doso sherile, mbaleni Kumba wangewe, mbale mbaye mbakoma Kumba kono, kumba koikadinye Madamu mbaye, kumba koikadinye
Oh, Maria, Americani Maria, Maria, a lutter bien à moi, Maria, les mon amour dans moi, une seconde chance de t'aimer. Oh. Je t'en prie, laisse-moi me rattraper des erreurs que j'ai commises. Mamirine, tu dis que si Yamalou t'aime, qui m'a le d'union, Dina ni Yamaro, Shia,
Yandio iti ya fondima. Oh, Madia. Kamele kani Madia nye. Oh, Madia nye. Alutendia na Madia nye. Nele maluya nye. Malaulama. C'est vrai, je connais rien en mathématiques. Mais je sais combien de fois tu comptes pour moi. C'est vrai que je suis très orgueilleux, mais j'avoue que je suis fou de toi. Solidama, Solidama, il m'a fait finir à Bima. Yamadama, Mamili Sanye, on te fait finir à Yero. Nima du Susuma, du Malondo, du Susuma, du Mamusole. Siama yedia nyeduma kuyalale Lumbe kumale liya nyofida fara Awakili ya kuyu